It's Tuesday and I have tomorrow off school, which is why I make this video so late, because I can, and that's only because I can. And I was writing all day, so I got to 45,000 words, and I'll talk about more of that in a second. So, the collab, you know how we've been needing more people? Luco, I told you a little bit about her. She's going to do it for sure. I just have to get a few more people, and then that will be all set. So, yeah, Luco's totally doing it. Don't know if we want to call her by that name. I don't know what she wants. But she's totally doing it, and we'll just have to talk to her a bit about it. So that's that. But to what I was going to talk about. My Nanowrimo story, I'm at 45,000 words. It's about a girl named Dylan who goes on a road trip. She's 16, and she decides to go on a road trip to find out the answers to some questions, like why don't people like her? Which is kind of like a question I've been asking myself lately, and I haven't been able to find an answer, so I think I'm just going to scrap that question, because I really can't find an answer. If I can't find an answer within myself, I cannot give the answer to Dylan. You just can't do that. So she goes on this road trip, she meets friends, she meets a girl named Martina, two guys, Ryan and Caleb, and then currently at the part I'm at, she's in Cleveland. She starts in Niagara Falls, but she's in Cleveland right now. She's meeting the last friend that she will meet, who is Charlotte. Charlotte really loves horses. I kind of had to put my love of horses in there somehow. And then they're going to go down to Louisville from Cleveland, which is like 6 hours of drive. So, Charlotte. So then they're in the car, and they know that they're going to Louisville. And the main character, Dylan, just wants to get more info about horses and stuff. So, Charlotte goes and talks to them about some secretariat. She explains to them. She also explains Ruffian. Ruffian, the queen of racing, my favorite racehorse of all. That's why I inserted it, because I wanted to talk about Ruffian. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. I don't know how much you know of racing, but Ruffian is near black filly. She's actually like really dark chestnut. You know, like she's all black except for she has some brown in her nose, which makes her like dark chestnut or whatever it's called. Dark bay. Sorry. She raced in 11 races. She broke records. She won 10 of them. She broke records. She equaled track records, race records. She's a race named after her even. She beat all the fillies that would ever go up against her. And the way she raced out in the front. She was never behind anyone. If you look across the board, except for that one last race, she was always first. She was never behind another horse, except out of the starting gate. The starting gate was kind of her only weakness. Otherwise, she was just totally perfect. She was never winded after a race. You didn't even need to touch her with a whip to make her go fast. And she would win by many, many lengths. It was just beautiful. She won a filly Triple Crown and everything. So then she beat all these fillies. So they had to face her against a horse, a colt. So she was born in 72. In 75, they decided to race her against this 1975 Kentucky Derby winner, Foolish Pleasure. This was a match race. This was just about the last match race in thoroughbred racing because of what happened. So out of the gate, you could see she leaned against the gate, and so that's what they think broke her leg. But then she raced on. She was gaining the lead. She was gaining the lead, and she broke down. Her legs. By the way, she's like a really thick horse with like really skinny legs. She was like perfect. Just perfect in every single respect. But the legs were just too thin, broke, and then her being who she is, like, with the drive and everything, she kept on trying to go, and that just pounded it farther and farther, and just crushed it. So they put her in the ambulance, they tried to save her, but she hates casts, because they tried one before when she had, like, a hairline fracture or whatever. So when she woke up, it looked like she was galloping or whatever, with the lead and stuff. She ended up, the cast banged against her other legs, and she broke them all. I mean, she broke them even worse. And it was just, they couldn't do anything because it was 1975, which actually, she's the reason why Barbaro even had a fighting chance. They implemented a lot more things because of Ruffian. So she was put down. She's named one of the greatest female athletes ever. She's named one of the best, she's like the best filly. She's one of the best racehorses in general. And she's buried facing line in Belmont and Field. It's just beautiful, and she's my favorite racehorse ever. This video has gone long enough, and I could rant about her forever. But that's just a little short story about my favorite filly, Ruffian. And Ruffian was a boy's name, that means bully or whatever, and that's it. And bye.